reporting for HMPTV. With me I have Angela, who has put on this wonderful event today. I'm going to be asking Angela a little bit of background as to why she's put on the event and how it's been very successful and what you've got happening later on. Angela.
Right. I put this event on, this is my 4th year in doing this, and it was all about bringing businesses together from the African and Caribbean communities to really get out there what everyone does, because I don't think there's enough of that exposure. So the whole thing about team, together everybody achieves more, was to bring people together, the public together, recognition of what we're doing with the economy, and that we're making a massive contribution. That's why I do it.
So you started 4 years ago. Are you a one-woman band?
I am a one-woman band. To start off, I was. It's now extended. I've actually got 3 people that helped me, that make today a successful time.
So you started 4 years ago. I've heard that you've got a ball on later on, which I'm a bit upset because I didn't know, otherwise I would have got my frock out. Can you tell me a little bit about the ball?
Well, that's all again around inspiring and encouraging people. And there's going to be again an opportunity for people that are performers to come and use the platform to entertain 170 guests. And there's a mixture. There's a comedian, there's reggae gospel singer, there's jazz band, there's poets, salsa dancers, and all this is going to be for most of the evening. And then there's also going to be a 3-course African Caribbean meal, and then finally finish up with dancing until 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm so jealous. But anyway, is this going to be a yearly event, and can you give us a bit more information about how we can find out more about what you do and when it's going to be happening?
This is the 5th celebration of Live Dinner Dance Ball. That's tonight. And how people can find out about it is to look out for Associates of Seed of Mustard, which is AFSOM Facebook page. I say AFSOM because Associates for Seed of Mustard is a mouthful. So yes, people can find it on the Facebook page for Associates for Seed of Mustard.
Thank you very much, Angela. I wish you all the very best. I thank you for what you're doing in the community, because without people like you, this wouldn't be happening. It's a great networking opportunity, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry that you couldn't come tonight.
I'm sorry too.
But tomorrow, next year,
I'll be here.
First refusal.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Angela. It's Tarina signing off for HMPTV.
Okay, so what you touched on was absolutely phenomenal in kind of understanding the importance and the kind of steps. As a matter of fact, you remind me very much of Dr. Boyce Watkins, who I interviewed when he was over here, I think October last year. But once again, a financial educator, came from an education background and decided, I'm not going to keep it for myself, now let me share this. I think I heard you mention earlier on, but other communities are not going to come out to help us. As a matter of fact, good business is to exploit, and not purposely. It's just good business. They will do business where they see business, and unfortunately, as consumers, we haven't kind of picked up on that. But there is a change, and part of this show is to be able to highlight that to people. 1, that they can see that there's more learning that could be taken on board. 2, where to signpost where that learning could possibly be. And 3, to show people who have gone through those barriers and bust and built their businesses, and then for them to then pass on their acumen to other people in their community, and across a wide range, to show that there's more than this business or that business. You can actually do any business. I mean, a close friend of mine, he's got a skip company. You would never have known that he had one, because it's not the type of business that you associate with black people going into. But he started off as a man with van, and it eventually, built up to where he is now. He's got a fleet of vehicles. So, watching that process. But I think visualization is key. People to be able to see these processes in action, especially when we live in a world where the TV is dominated by not our images. So therefore, to see yourself as something great becomes somewhat difficult. What do you think the way forward is for the African-Caribbean future people, not only here in the UK but worldwide, especially when there's a really big focus on Africa and there's a real economic power in Africa, which we're not really picking up? What would be your thoughts on that? And also kind of how Brexit may tie into that as being an opportunity to start looking at other places business-wide or globally.
Okay, let me touch on an earlier point. You said, how do we make a difference? And you said psychology was part of it. And I think it's all of it. 80% of it at least. So you have to see yourself as being someone who can actually be part of those who are providing a solution. You have to see yourself as being great. You have to. You have to have the confidence. You have to have the courage. You have to be fearless. You have to be intrepid. You have to go ahead and do what you need to do to fix problems that you see. Now, business is all about saying to you, I will provide this service for you. I'm going to master a skill and I'll provide that service for you. Either as a service or provide a product that solves a problem for you, okay? And this is how you get started. But but there's another level. So let's say if you want to go from being a regular guy to a millionaire, that you can do almost on your own, all right? So I'm going to tell you straight up, there's no excuse. If you want to be a millionaire, you can get there on your own efforts. But if you want to be a billionaire, that's another order of magnitude. So let me share with you a brother who was able to become a billionaire by playing a game. And his name was Reggie Lewis. He died in about the 1990s, and he was a billionaire when he died. He was a billionaire. He's an American, and he was playing a game in the area of mergers and acquisitions. He started as a lawyer, and using leveraged finance, he was able to create an empire that resulted in him being a billionaire. And I believe he was the first black billionaire in America. The first. Before Oprah, before Michael Jackson, before those guys, before Jay-Z, he was the first. And this is the 1980s, 1990s, when he was doing his thing. And he died in 1990s. And so I'm saying you need to see these heroes. You need to see that it's true and that you can do it. And so, because if Richard Branson can do it and become a billionaire, then so can you. And if you think it's because his complexion looks different to yours, Reggie Lewis looks like you. He did it before Richard Branson did it. Okay? You just need to be educated, you need to be smart, and you need to be driven. And you need to have a purpose. And just do your thing. Going back to Edgar and Brexit now. Brexit coming out of Europe is going to cause challenges and it's going to cause opportunities. And you have to position yourself in a way to actually be in front of the opportunity to provide it. Now remember, you have to have some skill set that people want, or you have to find a business that solves people's problems. And I would just say focus there. Master something that solves people's problems. Your friend with the skip? Builders need to chuck rubbish away when they go into a building and empty it out and put new stuff in. He's solving their problem. He provides them with skips. That's a problem solver right there. So big up to your brethren. And I'm saying to you, we need to solve problems. Not only that, but you've got to solve problems for more than one person. Because what we mostly do, we say, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be an accountant. And you go work for one person, your boss, your company. So you're basically only got one customer. Why not have 1,000 customers paying you £1,000 a month each? Think about that for a second. You've got 1,000 customers paying you £1,000 a month each. How much is that? That's £1 million a month. If you can figure out how to scale up your solution providing services, that's how you become wealthy. And that's what all the billionaires, millionaires do. They scale up something that they can do, and they either do it with other help, with other workers, or they can do it because, like software, you can just sell it by copying it. But the bottom line is scaling up an idea, but solve problems for many, many people.
And just to wrap up, where are you based? If people wanted to find out, and find out a little bit more about what you do. I mean, you speak and you lecture around economics, I presume. So where would, if people wanted to find you or even book you to come and speak and assist others, how would they find you?
Okay. I'm based in London. There's a glorious city called London, and I live in a nice part of the world in London. If you go to www.milestoneinvesting.co.uk, you'll see my website there. If you want to write to me, info at milestoneinvesting.co.uk. I do, maybe once a month, I'll do a free webinar presentation for an hour, teaching us the skills, the mindset necessary to basically break down our own barriers, because some people will learn quickly and they'll get on me straight away, and some people need to hear an idea maybe 10, 20 times, then it starts to stick. However you learn, doesn't matter. We provide resources, we provide services for you to help you to grow.
Look, an absolutely phenomenal business which is absolutely necessary in our community in order to assist others to reach their potential in some form or fashion. And you're right, each person is different. You've got people go to seminars, get all this information, come out really pumped, can't do nothing with it when they get out, simply because that skill set is not there. Or the elements what help you, and you mentioned determination and all these different skills and all that kind of stuff. So knowing that there's different places to go and upskill and get that, but we make it clear it's important that you do pick up on these skills in order to move into, especially what we refer to as the fourth industrial revolution, which is technology, because many of the jobs which exist today are not going to exist in the next 10, 15 years. So this is something very, very important, and I'm glad to be working with the Young Black Business Awards, who are working to create incubator hubs for young people around tech, so they're connected to a lot of big organisations who can deliver that and to make sure that these young people are upskilled. But you can have the skill, but you need the acumen in order to turn it into a business. So I really like to thank you and commend you for the great work that you're doing, and hopefully we can get you on HMPTV on our Mind Your Business show, where you can maybe sit with Asari, who's the business coach, and just talk business and them tools that you'd speak about in your webinar to give to people via HMPTV. Would greatly appreciate that.
One thing about Sari, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to pick up this brother, because he's actually sharing with us a model that if you follow his systems, the systems he can teach you, you will actually become wealthy with his systems about business. And within that model, there is a way to scale your business, and therefore your business becomes a product. The business itself is a product which you can sell. Now, this is one of the ways that billionaires become billionaires. They sell their company for £1 billion. All right, and I'm saying Asari, with his coaching system, has that model. And now, so he will talk about leveraging. He will talk about just leveraging. And it's really fantastic. And I'm saying to you, with leveraging and also with investing, which is I do the compounding side and leveraging too, that combination, and we have it in our community, So if you check out Asari and you check out Milestone Investing, that combination right there, how can you fail?
It's a wrap. Well, I've got one side of the combination on the platform. Now I've got to work on the second side, and we're good to go. But look, I really appreciate you on the show. The whole point of this platform, as you said, it's a service industry. We found a service, and we're just now providing that service to others. And it's a service what people need. So you've given me a confirmation we're in the right space. So with that, I'd like to thank Miles. Do check out his business. Check out his webinars. We'll post the information right here for you, so you can check them out, dates and times, and make sure you get to know this man. You already got to know Asari, but make sure you get to know this man. Miles, it's a pleasure. Great man. Thank you very much, sir. That's HMPTV saying that. We've got one more after this, 2 more interviews, and we're done. Well, you've heard it there. We're going to give you that information once again, but make sure in regards to wheels, power of attorneys, and that kind of stuff, you check out Approved Wheels. We'll give you that information right here in a short moment. Final question. Which type of families are the worst? Because, and I say this only because a good few of my friends, they've gone through, the parents have passed away, the house gets split up, and the wars what happened between families. So is there a specific demographic who is crazier than others? Obviously, I'm hearing stuff from the Afro-Caribbean, African demographic, and it's crazy, but I'm hoping we're not the craziest.
We're not the craziest. It's the same in all cultures, believe it or not. It's amazing how people change. Siblings, who get on. I've got a couple of friends, white friends, the 2 sisters that were inseparable. They were like twins, and when the mum died, they started arguing over the silliest of things, and it ended up with one of them kicking the other one out of the house. They stopped speaking to each other for 6 months, and over the silliest of things, inheritance, and it's just crazy.
We've heard it all there. Just if you just give those details once more for how people can get in contact with you, because it's very, very important you contact this man. If not this man, somebody like him, but preferably this man, because we like to keep the business in the family, as to speak, as and when we can.
Well, yeah, you can get in touch with us and say we are online, approvedwheels.co.uk, or you can give us a call, 0800 699 0953. We come to you, so you haven't got to come to us.
There you go. So make sure you check out this man and get involved sooner than later. I'm gonna make this vow to you now. I'm making the vow kind of behind the camera, but I'll be getting in contact with you sooner than later. With that, peace. This is HMPTV.